On this episode of Cape Media News, we take you behind the scenes with New England Emmy Award winner Darby Lyons Jr. on the set of his upcoming film, For the Galaxy. We get a visit from the MSPCA and meet some adorable adoptables, and we go inside the e-car show at the Barnstable Municipal Airport. These stories and more, this is Cape Media News. This is Cape Media News, your local authentic newscast for Cape Cod. I'm Gabrielle Rawson. Thank you for being here. A global climate strike has kicked off today on Friday, September 20th. For the next 7 days, millions of school-aged children and adults from all over the world will protest to draw attention to the ongoing climate crisis. The global climate strike is being held this week to coincide with the UN's Emergency Climate Action Summit. Many local Cape Cod towns are participating in this global strike, including Truro, Barnstable, South Dennis, and Falmouth. The town of Sandwich will also hold a student-led climate strike tomorrow, Saturday, September 21st, at 10 a.m. at Mill Creek Park. To learn more, visit globalclimatestrike.net. To celebrate National Drive Electric Week, the Barnstable Municipal Airport, Cape and Vineyard Electric Cooperative, Cape Air, and Green Energy Consumers Alliance held the first ever electric car and drive show in Hyannis. The free event featured electric cars, food and fun, and a chance to talk with representatives from environmental and energy organizations about green energy alternatives. Field reporter Tyler Allen attended the event. Cape Media News reports. It was a great time at the first ever Cape Cod Electric Vehicle Car and Drive Show held at the Barnstable Municipal Airport in Hyannis. The Barnstable Municipal Airport, Cape Air, Cape and Vineyard Electric Cooperative, and Green Energy Consumers Alliance invited real-life electric vehicle owners and representatives from environmental and energy organizations to talk about going green at home and on the road.
We're involved in this electric car show, and it's a lot of fun. The event today is, an electric vehicle show to help people on Cape Cod familiarize themselves with the fact that there's a great demand for these things.
I am here with my friend Steve Hibbert, and he brought his Volt to show at our event today, which is the Cape Cod EV Car Show and Drive. They are ambassadors because they love their Volt, and they're here to show it off and talk about it.
I like this event because it shows you the diversity of the new cars and all the other cars that everybody has around here, and it just shows how passionate people are about, electricity and renewable solar and that type of stuff.
Many organizations were on hand to talk about ways they're working to reduce Cape Cod's carbon footprint.
We are working to reduce climate change causing emissions in a way that is smart for consumers. So we run an electric vehicle program called Drive Green that helps folks get into cars with a discount at purchase or lease. But why it's important for the Cape? So first, if you care about climate change and environmental impacts, electric cars are the clear winner. The fuel costs are lower, the maintenance costs are lower, and they're also just a lot of fun to drive, and people really love them.
We see EV vehicle adoption as really going hand in hand with our mission to reduce people's energy usage and help them become more environmentally friendly, reduce our carbon footprint.
So today we're hoping to kind of bring awareness to EV charging, as everybody else here is, and we're also hoping to get people excited for all the incoming infrastructure that we have currently in development around the state of Massachusetts, and in particular the Cape.
Living on Cape Cod, we're the canary in the coal mine with regard to sea level rise and carbon output, and really switching over our vehicles and getting into plug-ins, not to mention having wind power and solar power to power them, is the way we are going to have the greatest impact.
For my Cape and Vineyard Electric Cooperative group, it is an opportunity to help our members and the public understand that going with an electric car is possible. It is now. It is happening.
And in addition to being fun, the event was educational.
There's a lot more manufacturers here making electric cars, and hybrid cars than I had realized originally.
I'm just hoping that people who don't really know what an electric car is like can come and talk to some real owners, hear what it's like to drive in Massachusetts in the winter, in the summer, and also get behind the wheel and feel how powerful and fun these cars are.
I think that everyone should drive an electric vehicle. They're quiet, they're clean, they're efficient, they get great mileage, there's no maintenance, and really, if you haven't looked at it, you should check it out for your next car.
The EV Car and Drive Show was held Saturday, September 14th. For Cape Media News, I'm Gabrielle Rawson. To learn more about National Drive Electric Week and to make sure you don't miss next year's event, visit driveelectricweek.org. Well, it's no secret that just like you, we here at Cape Media News are animal lovers. For the last 2 years, we've done many stories and interviews with the MSPCA Cape Cod and their adorable adoptables, and this week is no exception. We invited them into our studio here in Dennisport to give you an up-close and personal look at 3 very special pets, all in need of a forever home. Emily Tulloch reports.
Welcome, I'm Emily Tulloch, and I have here with me today Emily McGlone of the MSPCA in Centerville, here with some adorable adoptables that are looking for their forever home. So Emily, can you tell me who we have today?
Yeah, this here is Carly. She's a 2-year-old Pug Jack Russell Terrier mix. She's super adorable. She loves to be on your lap at all times, as you can tell. She's looking for a quieter home, but it can also have older children. She was just kind of bothered by some younger children in her previous home, and she gets a little nervous if anyone were to chase her around, so she just wants someone that can respect her space because she has that nervous side to her. But besides that, she previously lived with another dog, so she could go home with another one. We don't know how she'll do around cats, but because of her very calm demeanor, as you can tell, she'd probably do just fine. Yeah, she's just looking for a good friend, hang out with her, give her plenty of rubs. As you can tell, that's all she wants, is to be with you and to be loved.
Absolutely. And how about this little guinea pig guy down here?
Down there, we got Cairo. He is a 1-year-old guinea pig. He came from us from another organization because they had a lot of small animals that just weren't moving. So he's actually been with us for a while and up for adoption for some time now. Guinea pigs are fairly easy. The big adoption requirement for them is we just like to see the kind of cage that they're going to be living in. Make sure it's big enough. We like 2 feet by 3 feet at least for one guinea pig. And another big thing about guinea pigs is they are still a big responsibility. A lot of reasons why we get small animals like him in is because people get them as presents for their children, and then they get bored of them. So oftentimes we like to have people who are either experienced or understand that they are a responsibility and they do live to be probably like 5 or 6 years old. So just want to make sure that they have that commitment.
Absolutely. And
yeah,
how about this little guy?
A little mouse.
So cute.
He is. His name's Lewis. He's a little baby. He's only 7 months old.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
He's super cute. Just like him, we like the guinea pigs. We just want to see the size of the enclosure. They don't live to be as long, so they're actually a really good first pet for some children to start to learn about responsibility, because they will only live to be about 2 years old, 3 years old. So that way, they're great first pets. They're super cute and adorable. They love to run around in their balls. They love treats.
Now, do they like being handled? Do they enjoy, like crawling around on you?
Yeah, that's Lewis. He's really good with handling. Some are better than others, but oftentimes they like to crawl up your sleeve if you're wearing long sleeves and be pat. Yeah, they're great.
Absolutely, so cute. And now, if any of our viewers at home are interested in adopting any of these little guys, what is the best way to contact you?
The best way to call is to call us. Our phone number is 508-775-0940. And that's the best way to reach us, to talk to us about any of our adopted animals. People can also come in during our open hours to visit them and really discuss further the adoption process. And our open hours are Tuesday through Sunday, 1 to 4.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming into the studio today.
Thank
and
you.
This concludes our Adorable Adoptables segment. So in Dennisport, for Cape Media News, I'm Emily Tulloch.
To adopt any of the pets you saw on today's program or to visit the MSPCA Cape Cod, find them online at mspca.org. Up next, we learn about county government on Cape Cod.
Everyone knows, in an emergency, you call 911. And do you remember calling 411 for information? But what do you know about 211? If you need help feeding your family and don't know where to turn, you should call 211. If you're a veteran looking for specialized services in your area, you should call 211. If you're unemployed or underemployed and don't know how to find the best opportunities for you, you should call 211. 211 is a free and confidential service that helps people across North America find the local resources that they need. No matter the time or day you find yourself needing help, a trained professional is ready to connect you to the community services around your area. Call 211 or visit 211.org and let us help find you the resources that are right for you. And if you represent a local nonprofit, civic organization, support or advocacy group, or other service agency, you should know if you are signed up with this important and free service. Registering with 211 helps locals connect with your health and human services organization. Whether you help victims of domestic abuse or provide housing assistance, work in addiction services, or run a support group, make sure that your organization is partnering with 211. Contact mass211.org for more information.
When you live on Cape Cod, it's easy to get caught up in local politics. But have you ever wanted to learn more about Barnstable County government and how it's working to protect and serve our Cape Cod communities? The Cape Cod Women's Coalition held a roundtable discussion this week to inform and educate the public on the many ways county government works to solve our region's most pressing needs. Emily Tulloch reports.
So there was a couple of glimmers of light in this otherwise pretty bleak picture of how county government in the Commonwealth was operating. And two of the brightest, or the shining stars, were Barnstable County and Dukes County.
Do you know how our local county government works? Not many are as familiar with the roles and responsibilities of county government, which is why the Cape Women's Coalition held a discussion this past week to educate people on why this government exists within Barnstable County.
Lots of people don't understand what the county does, and it's really very important. And it has two parts to the government. It has the county commission and then the assembly of delegates. And they do wonderful things and lots of things for the towns that many of the towns can't do for themselves.
So Cape Cod government was created by the legislature in 1988 and charged with the mission of protecting basically Cape Cod's quality of life. So it's about $30 million invested in making sure that water's clean, ponds are clean, we detect algae and measure its a threat to the environment on a regular basis. We do your aquaculture. All the aquaculture seedling begins with the county's grant programs. And we're really there for a multitude of reasons that are defined mostly by the fact that if we weren't there, they probably would not exist. The Regional Fire Training Academy, the Regional Police Academy, the Regional Lab, which does all this testing. The towns couldn't afford to do this on their own, so we were created to make that happen.
Some of the issues the county government is facing include environmental factors.
We're dealing with a chemical called, it's a perfluorinated compound called PFOS and PFOA. It's ubiquitous in our environment. What the companies never told Cape Codders and anybody else that use this product is, guess what? It doesn't break down. That's why it works in suppressing fires. And when we have a high groundwater system, and that's the water we drink, by the way, that flows to our wells in sandy soil, we have to be omnipresent in our fight to make sure that these wells are protected. Public safety is always an issue the county has to deal with. We also we run the emergency management systems for Cape Cod. So we look into the skies all the time for threatening weather, among other things. We're dealing with rising waters across the Cape, which is a threat to a lot of coastal communities. There's about $8 to $13 billion worth of real estate that's now in floodplain areas. And we have to be careful and conscientious about how we protect those properties as well as the environment around them.
a lack of women in local, regional, and statewide public office positions is also an important issue that county government faces.
There's always been a lack of representation for women in local government and state government and federal government. And I think it's important because often women have a slightly different point of view that's very important to be taken into account when things are being decided. To have that someone there or a couple of people there, a critical mass of women there to make those points and to talk about how the budget affects women, how creation of affordable housing helps women, all those kinds of things, or hurts women. The people in government need to know that.
There are many ways to get involved in county government.
I'm sad to say that I hear all the time there are boards and commissions across the Cape and the local communities that aren't filled because they can't get volunteers. So there's something for everybody out there. Just get involved. It might be conservation, it might be natural resources, it might be community audits, but get involved.
Visit CapeWomen'sCoalition.com to learn more about the organization's future roundtable discussions. In Hyannis, for Cape Media News, I'm Emily Tellick.
To learn more about county government or to find out how you can get involved, visit barnstablecounty.org. Up next, we go behind the scenes with Darby Lyons Jr.
Are you or someone you know looking for a caring local healthcare provider? Hi, I'm Chris Ellis, Director of Organizational Advancement at Community Health Center of Cape Cod. The Health Center's mission is to improve the health of the community through the provision of comprehensive, high-quality, compassionate health care to all, regardless of ability to pay. We currently care for more than 17,000 patients on the Cape. We are a full-service, nonprofit health center that is happy to announce the opening of an office in Centerville, joining others in Mashpee, Falmouth, and Bourne. Our Centerville office is located at 1185B Falmouth Road at the corner of Route 28 and West Main Street. We are open for walk-in visits from anyone who needs care, Monday to Thursday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and no appointment is necessary. To learn more about becoming a patient, employee, volunteer, or donor at the Health Center, visit chcofcapecod.org or call 508-477-7090. Thank you.
If you've ever thought about making your own movie, I've got good news for you. You don't have to move to Hollywood. You just have to become a member of the Cape Cod Community Media Center, right here in Dennisport. For the last several decades, the Media Center has helped hundreds of people gain the skills they need to create their own original content and movies. I got a chance to go behind the scenes with one of the Media Center's longtime members, Darby Lyons Jr., as he was filming the last scene of his original award-winning sci-fi movie, For the Galaxy. Let's take a look. I'm here at 724 Main Street in downtown Hyannis, about to go behind the scenes with filmmaker Darby Lyons Jr. as he films the last scene for his award-winning sci-fi film, For the Galaxy. By all appearances, this is an ordinary office building, but inside, something incredible is happening. Follow me. What's going on here tonight?
Tonight we are filming the Senator Throck scene for my project For the Galaxy. We had some local actors. We're doing a senator scene and trying to build the set right now. Actors are getting the makeup back in the back room, so just we're getting ready.
You produced a 20-minute version of the film and submitted it to the New England Emmys and won. Tell me about that.
Yeah, they wanted the New England Emmys wanted a short version, like under 20 minutes. So I had to cut up a short version, which was pretty fun. You know, I'm not done still, but I had to make a short version that still made sense, and submitted it, and they told me I was nominated, and we won for Best Editing, so that was great. That was back in June, and it's really exciting. Definitely something I've never experienced before.
Now, I know your film has come to life with a lot of support from the Cape Cod Community Media Center in Dennisport. Tell me about their involvement in this project.
I've been a member since 2007, and I started this project a couple years ago, and they were on board with it. You know, they weren't really sure what I was doing at first, but as they started seeing the stuff I started bringing to life, the sets and the studios and then the warehouse, Terry and Jamie and everyone was really on board with it, and you know, I appreciate their help. I'm thankful for the Media Center, because if it wasn't for them, I really wouldn't be able to do this project at all with their equipment, their facilities, the studio, and just all their help overall.
Is it $30 a year you become a member?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. $30 a year. And like I said, they have all the equipment, the facility, and the classes that can train you in production and editing.
When I met Darby at the Media Center, he was building a set, and I asked him what it was for, and he said he hadn't figured it out yet. And I thought that was pretty much the coolest answer that he could have given me, and I decided that right away I was 100% committed until the end.
So in addition to directing and writing, you're also doing makeup and...
Definitely trying to add that to my resume. I do have some good makeup artists behind me though, doing some prosthetics. Luckily I don't have to really do that much. Right. But yeah, do a little painting on top of everything else in here. She did a good job herself with the overall job.
Hey, Emily.
Hi.
Are you a reporter for Cape Media News?
I am. What am I doing here in front of the camera?
Awesome.
Hi,
Are you
thank
excited
you.
to be a part of this?
Yes, I'm very excited. I get to play the Director of Defense.
Nice.
Yes, it's going to be wonderful.
You've been filming this for the last couple of years. When will it be done, and how can people see it when it's done?
Yeah, we've been working on this for 2 years now. So we got this scene going on. I got a lot of editing. That's the thing with this is with the sci-fi, the editing is just ridiculous with the special effects and all this crap, you know. But
and you're doing all of those yourself?
Yeah, that's what I mean. After we film it, I go back and I'll edit till like 5 in the morning every night. And yeah, I'd say I'm trying to get it done for sure. It will be done by the end of 2019 because I want to have it ready for festivals in 2020.
Well, thank you so much, Darby. I wish you tremendous success tonight. And of course, with the film, thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate
awesome. In Hyannis, for Cape Media News, I'm Gabrielle Rawson. And Darby Lyons Jr. plans to finish For the Galaxy sometime this year for a 2020 release. To learn more about how you can make your own original content, visit the Cape Cod Community Media Center online at capemedia.org. Well, that brings this episode of Cape Media News to a close. Please follow us on Facebook, and thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. For Cape Media News, I'm Gabrielle Rawson.